was Rahata connection. The home of Chandraban Sant. Baba loved the Sant family very much and could go to their home quite often. Mention is made of them in chapter 8 of Satcharitra. If one went from Shirdi to Rahata and enters the west gate or entrance of Rahata, this house is situated to the left. It is a few yards away from the west. This house is well maintained and is more like a museum. Shivram, the grandfather of Kushal Chand, came with his family to Radha from Rajasthan and settled there. His family was known as the Ram Rathekar family as they reside in Radha. He had three sons, Ramchand, Chandraban and Brichand. Kushal Chand. Kushal Chand was the elder son of Ramchand. They were Marwari Jains and were very affluent. Marwadis or wealthy businessmen hailing from Marwar and Jains or followers of Lord Mahavir. It is important to note that though they were Jain by religion, it did not matter to Baba or the Sant family. Without a shadow of doubt, Baba had equality of vision and a great deal of love for his family. Even today, as you enter the room where Baba sat, you see a small shrine mounted on the wall to your left hand side. This shrine houses Lord Mahavir and above it a small photograph of Baba. It is an original photograph of Baba given to the family by Baba himself. Photo 1.1. Puja of both the deities is performed daily. Every evening, an oil lamp is lighted and placed on the holy site where Baba sat. This is a form of adoration and veneration. The place where Baba sat is well preserved, and so in that is the room. The distance of Chandraban are kind and courteous and welcome Baba's devotees into their home. In fact, this room is open every day at about 8 a.m. and closed at about 8 p.m. There is always some person that is to answer question that the devotees may have. The distance life in a huge sprawling building adjacent into this room. This room is must-see pilgrim for every Baba devotee. The family owned about 2,000 acres of land. The family business was named Shivram Ramchandra San until 1928. They also owned cotton mills in Aurangabad, Jalna, Selu, and warehouses at the cotton marker, Ahmednagar, and various other places. They had ginning factories at Ahmednagar and Vamburi, and many loaning business at Gang Bazar, Ahmednagar, Sai Leela magazine, volume 6, number 4. Chandraban son of Radha. His date of birth is not known, but he died on 13th December 1911. The ties from previous birth between Chandraban and Baba were strong. Though affluent and prosperous, he was very humble, devout, and loved Baba a great deal. He had no children as the pregnancies result either in miscarriage or stillbirth. It is said that he had three wives, yet he did not ask Baba to bless him with children. His nephew Kushal Chand, however, was very concerned as he asked Baba to bless his uncle. In 1903, by Baba's grace, a son was born. They named him Amulak Chand, who lived happily for 75 years. Amulak Chand states that Baba often visited their home. The last time Baba visited them was 3 days before his Niryan leaving this earth. The family could sit Baba's comfortably and offer light refreshment. Baba could stay for about 15 to 30 minutes and then return to Shirdi. The villagers took Baba in procession to the accompaniment of music and saw him off at the gate. Kushal Chand's son. He was born in 1854 to Ramchand, though he was born into an extremely affluent family. He was very humble. He did not have any formal education, but was a shrewd business person. With his expertise, their business flourished. Baba loved Kushal Chand a great deal, so he could go to meet him at least every fortnightly. If Kushal Chand was unable to visit Shirdi, Baba could send a stonga, a small carriage driven by horses, to fetch him. Whenever Baba visited Rata, he could go by tonga or could walk all the way. Upon residing Rata, he could first go to the orchard owned by the Kushal Chand, which was next to the main road. Baba then sent a village to Kushal Chand, who left his work and came immediately to fetch Baba. Kushal Chand gave Baba a royal welcome. He came to the orchard along with a musical band, and with a great deal of pomp and ceremony, Baba was welcomed to his residence. At his home, Baba was worshipped and given a comfortable seat with a huge bolster to rest his back. Then the ladies could offer him fruits, some savories, and refreshment. Baba, however, usually ate a small piece of roti and milk. Then, after spending a pleasant half hour, he could return to Shirdi. Kushalchand states that Baba stayed at Chavadi in Ratha for some months before he went to Shirdi. After leading a fruitful life, he died on November 15, 1918. The love between Baba and Kushalchand was so deep that Kushalchand could not bear the thought of being separated from his Guru. He breathed his last exactly a month after Baba's Niranjan leaving this world. The Maruti Mandir in Ratha. As you enter the west of Ratha and walk a short distance, Kushalchand home in on your left and the Maruti Mandir is on your right. This temple is across the road from Kushalchand home. Lakshman Mungi states that the first visited Baba in 1890. At that time, Baba stayed in this temple. Mungi had gone to Ratha to get some money from his relatives for his marriage. Then he met Baba, who said, "If you require 1,000 to 2,000 rupees for ornaments, receive it from me." Mungi was a doubtful in the fakir Mendis Muslim with a tin mug sitting on a sack could give him anything. Dejected, he left the place, but on the way, he met a friend who introduced him to a Gujarati money lender. This gentleman provided him with the necessary funds, and happily his marriage took place. The Idgah is a white wall-like structure where Muslims pray in the open and their faces turned towards it. The Idgah is behind and a short distance from the Veerabhadra Mandir. Jahar Ali, a fakir from Ahmednagar, came to Ratha with his discipline and stayed near the Veerabhadra temple. This fakir was very lean and spoke sweetly. Many devout people respected him and became his disciple. With the help of the residents, he started building an Idgah near the Veerabhadra temple. There was a quarrel because of this, and Jawar Ali had to leave Ratha. Therefore, he came to Shirdi and started behaving as if Baba was his disciple. Later, he took Baba with him to Ratha. However, Baba's devotees from Shirdi could not bear to part with this Sadguru. They went on a devotion and brought Baba back. Sai Satcharitra, chapter 5. In the early 2005, the Muslim devotees broke the whole Idgah, cleaned out the area around it. Now a new Idgah stands in its places. Is mentioned in Sai Satcharitra, chapter 5. At this arch gate, the villagers of Ratha came to welcome Baba and to see him off whenever he visited Kushalchand home. Om Sai Ram.